Now, those of you who were here yesterday, we were still at the old arena. I announced to you that we had a good problem. Most of the camp was full of people. We had to beg all those who were trying to come in to come over here because there was a go-slow that spilled over to the expressway. And as you are seeing on the screen, that is the old arena. It is still overflowing with people. We have a good problem. A good problem is when a pastor has more people than he can accommodate. And if it is like this year, and by the grace of God, by this time next year, we will have doubled. We have to do something and do it fast. We have to build many more dormitories. For example, if you look at the choir, the altar was built to take 10,000 of them. They have outgrown that. Once you can see some of them sitting on the floor, many times the camera doesn't cover all of them. But we have to build, we have to enlarge the altar before December. Same thing with the altar in the old arena. Now, with new accommodation that we must provide, then comes some related developments, let's put it. Our water system that has served us for more than 20 years have been stretched to maximum limit this year. We must develop a much bigger water system before this time next year. Enlarge buildings. There will be the demand for enlarged electric power supply. As we enlarge dormitories, we have to enlarge our sewage system. We have a lot of work to do even before December. It's a long time I made this kind of appeal last. And we can't dodge the issue anymore. How many of you are glad that God is enlarging our coast? Some of my children to step forward. I'm not asking them to come forward to the altar. I'm just saying we're going to need several billions of naira. So I'm asking my children, those of you who can, nobody is forcing you. He has never let me down. Like I was telling you yesterday, when the devil is saying you must remain poor, you have to say no way. It takes a lot of money. Just try to imagine how much it takes to feed this crowd.
I can't help but thank God for my daddy in the Lord, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, for all the wonderful things that God has done and is still doing in his life. I can't thank God enough for him. You see all the progress he has gotten so far. You see all the wonderful things that God has done in his life. It's really a miracle, isn't it? It's really a miracle. You know, I'm someone who appreciates goodness. I am someone who acknowledges progress. And when I see someone progressing, I appreciate them. I celebrate them. And I cheer for them. That's just what I do. And someone like Pastor Enoch Adeboye deserve all the praises he can get, all the salutation he can get. Everything. Everything. This only goes to cement my thought about our society and if they want something to be done, whether or not those things can be done. Because I have seen the way our society is and the Nigerian society is, and I've always been wondering that do these preachers, especially the very popular ones, can they really affect any change? Do they really have the power and the influence to affect changes in our society? And from this video, the answer now is a solid yes. They can if they want. They can do so if they want. They are popular, they are influential, they can do so. Just ask yourself, okay, let's just brainstorm about this for a few seconds. Had it been that the way the Adeboye's church is progressing was the same way people's life in Africa were progressing, how marvelous would that have been? Can you begin to process that? I mean, he talked about having a church in every single corner within a state. Had it been that those churches, or let the churches be there and let private individuals also have what generates income for them at every single corner. So that as the church is progressing, people's well-being is also getting better. Wouldn't that be an excellent thing? And before you guys go on the comment section to tell me how Pastor Enoch Adeboye is not a politician, so he cannot do anything, may I remind you that he has politicians in his pockets, allegedly. That he controls politicians, allegedly. That he knows the power that he has. And if he wanted change to come, it will come. Believe me, it will come. If he thought to himself that rather than building those massive structures that really do not improve the lives of the people who worship in his church, rather than doing all that, he would use that resources and funnel it into something that generates income. Not for everybody, just for the people who worship in his church. Can you begin to imagine how much better would people's life become? Can you even imagine that? But he will not do it. He won't. He will stand on the pulpit and tell everyone how the church is growing, how God is working miracles in Nigeria when people cannot eat, when people can barely survive, when people don't have anything to go by, when people are struggling just for daily bread. He will stand there and tell everybody that they have a good problem. The things these people are doing, right? The things they are doing. I have said this before, and let me just say it again one more time. If there is a God, that God would judge them. Because humans are the most valuable thing. Yes. Humans are the most valuable thing. And I think that the first priority of any man of God is to look out for the well-being of the people who worship in his church. But when the well-being of people has been sidelined and all that matters to them are high-rise buildings and massive structures and auditoriums and cars and planes, then this leaves me with just one conclusion. If there is a God, he will judge those people. He will judge them.